We'll give Mom a chance to be seated first. You know, I suppose it would have been a little easier for Jesus if God would have made it just a little bit clearer what the expectations were. You know, like a job description, like wanted, young man to go about the countryside, healing the sick, forgiving sins, raising the dead, teaching in synagogues. We'll leave off the cross crucifixion thing, just other duties as assigned, right? But no, all he did was give him this: "You are my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased." That was it. Nothing more, no more details, nothing less. You are my beloved. And with those words, God sent Jesus to save the world. That's all Jesus needed. It's all we need too. To believe first and foremost, before anything else, that we are all beloved children of God. Before we do anything, before we accomplish anything, whether we make it big in the world or we fall flat on our face, we are beloved children of God. We can't earn a title like that. It can only be given to us by God, just as it was given to Jesus. Revealed to him in a moment of prayer by the voice that came from heaven, revealed to us in our moment of baptism when we are declared beloved children of God. But remember this, so is everybody else. Everyone. No matter how ambitious or how lazy they are, no matter what language they speak or what side of the border they land on, no matter what is the color of their skin or their orientation of love, no matter how big they've sinned or how saintly they've lived, no matter what religion they profess or don't profess, they and we are beloved by God. Period. And like Jesus, we got to figure it out from there. But it's important for us to remember that Jesus didn't try to do it alone. He did it by calling upon the example of his ancestors of faith, the wisdom and the spirit of those who had gone before him, like Isaiah, to bring forth justice to the nations, not by power, but by compassion, to be a light for the world, not by command, but by opening people's eyes, to bring people out of the prisoners out of confinement, not find ways to put them in, to call to lead others out of the depth of the dungeon of darkness, not creating more darkness in which to bury them. And nor do we have to figure it out alone. We are so blessed to have ancestors of faith who have done the very same things for us. And maybe you are fortunate enough to be one of those who have had parents or aunts and uncles or grandparents, teachers, coaches, people who have gently nudged us along and led us and encouraged us to follow the way of Christ. Neighbors or nuns or priests who we were blessed to encounter in our lifetime who lived their faith openly but quietly and confidently giving witness to that faith, opening our eyes and leading us out of darkness. Community leaders, humble servants who went about just their everyday world, the task of creating a better place without great fanfare, without any trumpet blast, just quietly, effectively, humbly, consistently doing what they could do to remind us that we too are beloved. People who use their title and their power not for their own gain, but for the good of the people they were been called upon to serve. People who have no title on which to stand or have no power on which to rely. The bottom line is this: I'm quite certain that if we just all started there, truly believing that we and everyone else are beloved children of God, we wouldn't need a job description either, would we? Jenny and Ben, your son is so blessed. How many of us can say on the day we were baptized, their mother sang the psalm at our baptism? Not all of us also had the gentle arms of Dad to be holding you on that day. How blessed he is, but how blessed you are as well. And in that blessing carries with it responsibilities, right? The responsibility, obviously, that you know, to care for him, to protect him, to bring him up in a home that is filled with love and filled with faith, because only through you will he begin to understand the love that God has for him, that he too is a beloved child of God. Do you understand, accept that responsibility as Christian parents today? Sarah and Tom, godparents, these are your three? You got good kids. As godparent, you take a whole new role. As godparents, we are called upon on behalf of all the faith in the community to be co-companions in that child, in the discipleship, and bringing him up to understand that he is a beloved son and that God is well pleased. It is a lifelong commitment. Are you ready to undertake that commitment as godparents today?
We are.
Then let's bring this little boy to the waters of baptism. Follow me right on back. Family, you are welcome to join us. As they journey to the waters of baptism, my brothers and sisters, I want us to think of our own faith journey as well. That journey that each and every one of